there are a few things that really get me going when people start talking about Disneyland history. One of them is good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Baked Disney, the best of Disney, baked fresh daily. I am your host, David Erickson, and we are here, as they say, to put on the show. We're on Main Street. Achtung, lieben sein. Look at the fire engine. We're on Main Street, and it's actually not too bad this morning. What is this? It's like the week before 4th of July. Hey, say hi, Mike. That's Mike, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I was cutting to my son for a second there. Well, anyway, we're heading down Main Street. We've got what I hope to be a second installment of our very popular Disneyland Secrets and History Week. We're gonna talk about quite a few things this week. We're gonna be talking about Main Street, actually. Well, not, I guess Main Street, but more, well, Main Street anyway. We got a little Main Street history for you. Maybe a little something on the Astro Orbiter, Pirates of the Caribbean, Rivers of America. I don't know, it's gonna be a good show, guys. I hope you are into that. Stay tuned. Actually, on a second thought, before we head down Main Street, we're gonna get started right away. How about that? Hold on, I gotta find a spot to stop and talk, Fresh Baked. So it is famously said or referred to by many people, historians, and even cast members alike, that Main Street was inspired by, or designed after even, Walt Disney's hometown of Marceline, Missouri. Well, first of all, that's not his hometown. He was born in Chicago, I think. Marceline was where he was a young boy, and he does have fond memories of that. And I would say that it is inspirational to him in general as a, well, what I would say, it helped inspire him to create Disneyland, the train. He lived close to a train stop. Yeah. He lived close to a train spot, and that's what started his love of trains. But anyway, it wasn't, Main Street is not designed after Marceline, Missouri. In fact, it's not designed after anything really specific at all. Even Walt himself has said that it's just your standard small town Main Street. What do you call it? The heartline of America. But for some reason, people want to say that it is Marceline. It's not. And one of the more famous examples is, I hear Minnie or Mickey. Oh, there she is. Hi, Minnie. Oh my God, we're getting stampeded, Mike. Wow, look at how awesome she looks. Uh-oh, she's like a beetle. She's like the 5th beetle. Oh, look at this kid. He's got a little Mickey outfit. Now, one of the more famous examples and one of the more obvious examples I'm looking at right here is the Emporium on Main Street, the biggest store really in the entire park. Now, you know, Walt, he wasn't a draftsman or even a particularly good artist, even though he did Mickey Mouse. He wasn't a very good artist. Walt didn't design this stuff. He had people do that for him, and one of the guys that did that is Harper Gough, who is a Disney legend. Harper Gough designed the storefront for the Emporium, and it's actually, if you look at a photo, and he said it himself, there's a bank in his hometown of Fort Collins, Colorado, that looks pretty much just like the Emporium, and that's what that is designed after. And I believe, as well, well, let's go look at City Hall real quick. So there's City Hall here on Town Square. Hopefully I'm pretty sure I've got a picture out there on the internet somewhere. I'm gonna find it for you guys. But this City Hall is also fairly reminiscent of a, well, I mean, okay, so it does look like a building in Fort Collins, Colorado, but then so do a lot of buildings, right? I mean, there's nothing particularly like, you know, specific or anything about City Hall, and you can say that about pretty much all of Main Street, really. I mean, what it is more than anything else is just, you know, an idealized version of a turn-of-the-century Main Street. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because there are a few things that really get me going when people start talking about Disneyland history. One of them is when cast members say that Walt grew up in Marceline and Main Street is based on his growing up in Marceline, Missouri. Walt was born in Chicago. I'm pretty sure it was Chicago. I'm pulling this out of my head right now, so I can't remember if it was the exact town or not. But anyway, and he left Marceline when he was 9 years old. Now, I don't know how much of a life that is. You can't. He said he doesn't even remember a lot of what happened in Marceline. That's weird. Other than the train thing. But even then, when you know, because he wound up working on a train, selling soda or whatever. I can't remember what it was.
Didn't he do some like plays and stuff?
Well, he did that, yes, but that wasn't in Marceline. That was in Kansas City, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. In Marceline, he only lived in Marceline for like 3 years.
Oh, wow.
His parents bought a farm, and they tried it out. It didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Because his dad was kind of a nomad. His dad had trouble with finding work or whatever. He was a handyman, or a construction worker. They built their own house, as a matter of fact, in Kansas City. If I'm not, no, it's Chicago. It's Chicago. But anyway, so they moved around a lot when he was a kid because of his dad. But now I'm getting into the history of Walt Disney. Anyway, yeah, just like 4 years he lived in Marceline. So I wouldn't exactly call that growing up. I can't remember years 6 through 9 in my house, that's for dang sure. Oh yeah, now I just remembered, before I forget, the other thing that really gets my craw going. Is that a real thing? People say that? I don't know, anyway.
I've never heard that.
The other thing that really drives me nuts is when people refer to the Haunted Mansion as Gracie Manor. Now, I'm going to take a hostage if one more person says that. We'll get into that. You know what? I've been asked, actually, Mike, to do a V3 of the Secrets and History of the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
And when I do that, eventually, I am going to make dang sure I'm going to cover that, because Haunted Manor, the Haunted Mansion, I just call it the Haunted Manor. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to quit this job soon.
Gracie Manor.
It is not Gracie Manor. It is not the home of Master Gracie. Or, wait, well, maybe it is. His house, perhaps. But, no, it's not. No, I take that back. It's not. We'll get into that some other time, though, guys. We got a show to do. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out our Secrets and History videos, or maybe our ride-throughs. Or you can just watch all of our weekly trip reports and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. It truly is the best of Disney Baked Fresh Daily. Oh, and don't forget, you can support Fresh Baked through our Patreon campaign, link below. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked!